The old truck rattled and hissed as Ethan popped the hood open for the third time that week. He was tired, bones aching from years of crawling under cars and fixing everyone's problems but his own. The sun was setting over the small town highway, washing the cracked asphalt in an orange glow that made the oil stains on his jacket look even darker. He wiped his hands on a rag that was too worn to clean anything anymore, leaned over the engine, and sighed. He'd been heading out to pick up a used part for a loyal customer when the truck sputtered and died right at mile marker 12. With no cell phone signal and no nearby gas station, Ethan did what he always did. He tried to fix it himself. He didn't notice the soft footsteps behind him until he heard a small voice. "Your fuel line's loose." Startled, he turned and nearly laughed out of disbelief. A girl, couldn't have been more than 12, stood at the edge of the road. She wore a baggy hoodie 2 sizes too big and ripped jeans with oil smudges near the knees. She pushed a messy strand of hair behind her ear and stepped closer, ignoring Ethan's confused stare. "Excuse me?" Ethan said, raising a brow. "You know cars, huh?" The girl shrugged. "A little? My mom used to fix old cars. She showed me how to check lines and plugs." She leaned in like she owned the truck. Ethan wanted to stop her, but something about her calm confidence made him step aside. She dropped her backpack in the dirt, unzipped it, and pulled out an old roll of duct tape and a stubby wrench that looked too heavy for her small hands. Ethan crossed his arms and watched, trying to hide his curiosity. She peered into the engine bay, tugged at a hose, tightened a bolt, and wrapped a leaky part with the tape like she'd done it 100 times before. "You really shouldn't be doing this," Ethan muttered, half to himself. She glanced at him, eyes big and bright under the messy fringe of hair. "Someone's got to." When she finished, she wiped her hands on her jeans, slammed the hood shut, and gestured for him to try it. Ethan turned the key and the old truck sprang to life, rumbling steady and strong. He stared at her through the windshield for a second before stepping out. You really fixed it," he said, amazed. "What's your name?" "Emma." He froze. That name. He hadn't said that name in 12 years. He'd whispered it to himself when he wondered about the baby he'd never seen. His heart hammered in his chest as Emma stuffed her tools back into her backpack. "You got somewhere to be, Emma?" he asked, voice cracking. Emma shrugged. "I'm looking for someone. My mom passed away last year. She said I might find my dad if I looked in this town. You know anyone named Ethan Miller?" Ethan's breath caught in his throat. He looked at her, really looked, and saw pieces of her mother in her nose, her chin, the way she pushed her hair behind her ear. He could barely whisper the words, "Yeah, kid, I know him." Ethan felt the wind rush out of him as Emma's words echoed in his head. He tried to speak, but the lump in his throat wouldn't budge. She stood there on that dusty roadside, looking at him with a quiet hope he wasn't sure he deserved. He motioned for her to sit on the truck's tailgate while he leaned against it, trying to find the right words. "How long have you been looking for your dad, Emma?" he finally managed. Emma swung her feet as she sat. "Since last summer. I stayed with my mom's friend for a while, but she couldn't keep me. I figured I'd come here. Mom said if I ever needed help, I should find Ethan Miller. I didn't know he was you." Ethan felt his heart squeeze at the sound of her voice, so small, but carrying so much weight. He pictured her mother, Lena, fiery and stubborn, the kind of woman who wouldn't let him near once she decided she was done with his bad choices. He had written letters he never mailed, birthdays he'd never called for, always telling himself he'd fix it one day. And now, here was one day, sitting in front of him with grease on her hands and her mother's eyes. "You got somewhere to stay tonight?" Ethan asked, trying to steady his shaking hands. Emma shook her head. "I've been staying at a bus stop. It's not so bad. There's a lady who sometimes brings sandwiches." Ethan swore under his breath, fighting the sting in his eyes. He opened the truck door. "Not anymore, kid. Come on. I got a spare room. It's nothing fancy, but it's warm." Emma hesitated, glancing back at the road like she might run, but then she caught his eyes, saw something there that made her shoulders relax just a bit. She slid off the tailgate and climbed into the truck's passenger seat. The ride back to Ethan's small house on the edge of town was quiet. Every mile felt like peeling back old regrets. When they pulled into his gravel driveway, Emma's eyes went wide at the ancient house surrounded by car parts and half-fixed engines. She gave him a shy smile. "You fix all these too?" "Trying to," Ethan said with a chuckle. He opened the door for her. Inside, the living room smelled like old leather and motor oil, but it was warm. He rummaged through the kitchen and pulled out a can of soup, set it on the stove, and caught Emma staring at a dusty picture frame on a shelf. Lena's smile frozen in time beside a young Ethan. "That's my mom," she said softly. "Yeah," Ethan replied, his voice thick. She was something else. Emma looked at him, so many questions in her eyes but no blame, just hope. And for the first time in years, Ethan felt like maybe, just maybe, he had a second chance to fix something that really mattered. "Let's get you cleaned up and fed," he said, placing the bowl of warm soup in front of her. "And tomorrow we'll figure out the rest." Emma nodded, her small hands cradling the bowl. Outside, the old truck still rumbled faintly, like it knew something broken had finally started to heal.